Mr. Kauffman then turned his attention to his foundation and its work with young people in Kansas City and entrepreneurs across the United States. To ensure that his beliefs were understood long after his death, Mr. K agreed to sit through a series of revealing interviews.
The secret of my success has been that I'm people-oriented. I'm not a genius. I am smart, but I'm certainly not a genius, and it has been my relationship with people where they actually know that I care for them, that I want them to succeed, and that I expect a lot from them. And the more you expect from people, the more they live up to your expectations. It is an offshoot of Marion Laboratories feeling that the company should do more than just provide jobs for people, but they also had a corporate social responsibility. So as a result, I wanted my money to go into the people of the future, our youth of today. And the Kauffman Foundation was an extension of it.
The crowd so loved him. He was so beloved in the city that it was very touching. And of course it was very touching because we could see how sick he was also.
Without your support and a royal answer, we wouldn't have kept a baseball team in Kansas City.
Mr. K loved, and you had to love him back. Yeah, that was Mr. K. That was the man.
Ewing Marion Kauffman died peacefully in his sleep on August the 1st, 1993. He was 76 years old. When his death was announced at Kauffman Stadium, the team's 6 championship flags were lowered to half-mast.
We ask you to stand and observe a moment of silence as we share our thoughts and prayers for Royals owner Ewing M. Kauffman, his family, and associates.
3 days later, Ewing Kauffman was laid to rest. As his casket was being taken from the church, the organist played "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." That night, the Kansas City Royals were in California. They beat the Angels 3-2. A brilliant entrepreneur, sportsman, and philanthropist was gone. But in the city that he loved, in the baseball team he cherished, and in the foundation that bears his name, Ewing Kauffman's legacy continues to inspire people across America.
Mr. K feels like a large oak tree, and he keeps growing, and the shade keeps getting bigger. He is growing more after his death than during his life.
He was an extraordinary person who utilized all of his talents to do extraordinary things. He didn't leave anything on the table. He got the most out of everything that he did and left a legacy that'll last for generations.
He was a common man, and he made no bones about his being common, even though he could interact and did with presidents, CEOs. But he was at his best, I think, with people in the sales area, because he was a salesman at heart. And I admired the fact that even though he had great wealth, he never forgot where he came from.
I think the greatest satisfaction that I have had personally is helping others, doing something that either inspires them or aids them to develop themselves, to help them in their future lives so that they'll be not only a better person, but be a better productive citizen of the United States.